Hi YouTube, welcome to the Pagan Perspective. This is Subs Week. Hi YouTube. So I'm here with Bebe, and we're here for Subs Week. And as you can see, she didn't want me to film a video apparently. So we're gonna film part of it, I guess, with her in my arms. So so the question. Oh, and we're gone. And we're gone. So the question comes from firetamer. And the question is, in Chinese mythology, many mortals become a deity after death, with a well-known example being Guan Yu. Another good example would be Tu Er Shen, along with many other city gods who would have once been immortal but became a deity after death. What are your thoughts on the average person having the potential of becoming a deity? So I thought this was pretty interesting. As always, it seems I have these much weird, different views, I guess, than some of the other subs. So here goes. I think it has a lot to do with the family tradition. It's not something that you see a lot. It's not something that's in books, and it's hard to kind of mesh that with a lot of the different, more organized traditions out there. But I think it's interesting, this idea of mortals becoming deities. It's a big component of my faith. It's something, though, that it's hard for me to talk about. And let me explain why. Because in the tradition, you have mysteries. So part of having a bloodline tradition, and also part of having some initiate traditions, there are mysteries. There's things that you can only know once you reach a certain level. And so this question kind of bridges that, or skirts the edges a little bit of what is acceptable to just share and give freely of information, and what is considered something that is sacred and held only when one is more advanced in that particular tradition. So what I can say is that I absolutely believe that mortals can become deities. In fact, that is the ultimate goal. So in my tradition, it's your eventual goal is to become a deity, and then even beyond. So it's something that is very intrinsic to my faith. One thing that I think is really interesting about sort of the path that other cultures and some other New Age type or pagan religions take is this idea of you needing to have some sort of feat to do something important in order to become a deity. That isn't true in my faith. It is more about lessons learned that are specific to your soul, and specific to your being and your energy. So it's not so much about needing to be perfect or needing to be otherworldly in some way while you are mortal. But it is more important that you learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn in your natural progression of your life through all your reincarnations. I know that that's probably not everything you want to hear. You probably want to know more, and I get that. And I would want to know more too. I think it becomes difficult when this is such a public forum and you're sharing this information. But I encourage people to seek out some of their local pagan groups. Maybe even if they're interested in some initiate work, find a teaching school that you really resonate with, and maybe begin the process. Nothing says that that's what you have to stick with, but it doesn't hurt to learn. So maybe that would be something interesting as well. But I definitely think that for me, mortals to deities is absolutely possible, and I believe in it, essentially. I think the other thing that is different, and I spoke about this in my last video, But I personally, my faith believes that the deities are beings. So the it's not this energy. It's not just all that's around you and it's just some spirit. It is a true manifestation, a true being. So I think one of the other subs was talking about, that maybe Thor wouldn't have actually done something, and that's one way to look at it. And I don't see things that way. I see the deities as actually existing, and they're being in a manifested form. So the god and the goddess are actually god and goddess. They have physical form. They can take that, and they can take different forms, but they are true beings. Same with deities, that they are beings. And part of that is that they're also mortals can then become them. So similar to, I believe, the Fae are actual beings, spirits of nature, and whether or not we're talking about a woodland sprite or we're talking about, an elemental, any of that, I believe that they exist. I know that they exist, for me, and that's my take on it, and that's my pagan perspective. Ching. Yeah, I'm filming this really, really late. It's been a long weekend. I had a big Ren fair. So, yeah, bad jokes. Yeah, so that's about it for today, guys. If you have questions, you can always leave them in the comments below. As always, I put all the information in the down bar, as well as a link to my personal channel, which I promise I'll be getting more videos up soon. I'm a few weeks behind, but I will be getting there. Maybe we'll have more discussions about this at another time. So thank you so much for watching. We've got more subs coming up this week, and I'm sure we're all going to have very different perspectives on this topic, because we always do. And I really love that. I love seeing how this group of people who all identify with pagan in some way, how we all have such differing views on these topics, and then it's all okay. I mean, the tolerance and the respect and the love, nowhere else do you get that. And I cherish it. And I think that it's such a wonderful message that we send to the world, when we show the diversity within our own group, and how we love and respect and honor each other despite our differences. I think we really set an example. So that's it for today, everybody, and I will see you next month, or on my personal channel, Sabira Street, in the down bar below. Have a wonderful week and enjoy the hot weather. I know I am. Blessed be.